lovely Taurus, and thank you very, very much for getting involved. My name is Gordon, and we're going to be looking at the astrology trends for you, lovely Taureans, at Sun sign Taurus and Rising sign Taurus, for the week commencing the 3rd of March through to the 9th of March. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do, because it means it gets the videos out to you on a regular basis. We normally publish about once a week. And of course, if you wish to get interactive with me on the website, or of course by email at the bottom of the page here, please feel free to do so, and also leave comments on the video. Right, lovely Taurus, introduction's over, let's get cracking. And you know, we have this week a full moon in one of your sister signs, which is Virgo. And this tends to create for you, Taurus, a bit of a ponder, a bit of a thinking time. Now, your ruling planet, which is Venus, is also sailing through your 12th house at this moment in time in the constellation of Aries. Now, the 12th house is all to do with what you feel you want, not what you feel you want. What hasn't necessarily been realized yet. It's in your thought process, in your mental background. But Venus and Mars are very, very powerful. And this week, you know, you have, first of all, as I said, the full moon in your 5th. Now the 5th is all to do with expansion. It's to do with where do we want to necessarily be. It's a bit of a house of self-indulgence, but it shines the spotlight, and the full moon makes you really look quite critically and turn over where you are, what you've done, how you've achieved what you've achieved, what have you achieved. And you know, also of course you have Mercury moving through your 10th house at the same time, making connections with the 12th. So there's this underlying feeling with you this week, Taurus, of what am I going to do to change things? And the kick and the boost really comes because there is a connection that is made here between your 4th and your 8th house. Now the 4th house is to do with your home. It's to do with your roots. It's to do with your base energy. And so this is a great time for expanding on basically what makes you tick. It can also simply mean that, you know, now is a time to start to do decorations around the home on a really mundane, fundamental level, or you could be looking at moving home. If you're in the process of moving home or doing any renovations around the home, then, you know, this is a time to, this is a particularly time well starred for that. But this goes, you know, it goes really a little bit deeper because you have this also linked to the 8th house. It's all to do with feelings. It's a very emotional time for you, Taurus. So I get the sense as we go through this week, you know, this is going to create some quite major changes for you, but in a very, very subtle way, because, you know, change comes about first of all with the thought, and then after the thought comes the action. So there can be, you know, a little bit of delay around this, but this is really a week for assimilating where you are, looking at where you really want to go, and, you know, putting that into action, certainly as we come over the as we go over the coming weeks. I feel this is possibly more to do with work, but it can also link with long-term necessarily relationships. But it is an inward-looking week. And the word of caution I would use on this, you know, there is a full moon in Virgo, and Virgo can be very critical. But you know, you're a very, very strong and obstinate sign, Taurus. So you will tend to take things as they really are. You don't have a tendency to smudge things or put things in, you know, necessarily a light that they shouldn't be viewed in. So a very practical week, but don't be too over analytical. It's a great time now for starting to put those thoughts in place to make the action move forward as we go on, certainly over the coming weeks. Thank you very, very much for getting involved, lovely Taurus. And if you do wish to subscribe, please subscribe to the channel. That means you get updated on a weekly basis, and of course you can get interactive either by leaving a message on the box stand there, or simply by contacting me via the website or the emails. Thank you very, very much again for getting involved, lovely Taurus, and I'll speak to you again next week.